Aha! Oh, are we even live? Did I do the things right? I am so
Maybe. Do you want to play
Here.
the intro again?
Well, it didn't play the first time.
It started to, then you restarted it.
Oh, well, it didn't play on my end at all, so I was
Weird.
like, okay.
Okay,
And
so
then I
can
hit
you
the
hear
button
me
again, and
okay?
then it finally played. This is Gaming with a Side of Salt. I am
Yes,
Theo.
Chad, I can.
With me, as always, is Chad, and then that other person, Meg.
Dude, I am freshly off of completing a video game that took forever. I deserve some respect.
Okay. You're right. The Meg over here has finally, after playing Okami for about 3 years, finally beaten it, apparently. Let's all give her a big hand.
Thank
Big
you.
hand.
Thank you. I don't even care if
Little
you're being
hands.
sarcastic. I don't care at all. I will accept it.
And that
The entire chat
officially
was excited for me. Shut
that
up.
officially ends any recommendation she'll ever take from me again.
It does.
Well, it's okay, because when Okami 2 comes out,
You know what? No. I'll
Yes.
probably be in some other game that I foolishly started.
That's okay, because now that she's done it, I'm going to play Monster Hunter and then beat Okami after about a week.
You know what? Whatever. But the thing is that
he's going to beat Okami in like 3 hours.
I do think like the world record was like an hour or something, and I don't even know.
We looked it up. I think it was like a couple of hours for the any percent.
Yeah.
And then like glitch run was like almost 2 or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous for sure.
Yeah, and I'm just like, how? But the thing is that on the Steam version that I had, I couldn't even skip through the dialogue. So I had to literally wait for it to do the whole text scroll thing across the screen every time.
Yeah, the new game any percent speedrun was an hour and 50 minutes, and then the new game plus any percent was an hour and 9 minutes. So
whatever. I don't want to talk about it. I finished it. Darn it! Don't take this from me.
Yeah.
That's right. She has finished it. It took a while, but she did finish it, which, kudos. You need a new game to play. So, I would make the recommendations Mega Man Legends.
That is I'm not going to say nothing because then Meg will be like, no.
No, that's a good recommendation.
It really is a really good game. I will say this, though.
It's a classic. It's great. Love it. It's one of my favorite games.
I think 2's better because it's just
2 is naturally better, but you got to start with Legends.
Oh yeah,
make
for
your
sure.
Way up to the sequels.
Yep.
So my thing is that it's not just that it needs to be a good game. It has to be a good game that I can actually play up while I'm playing it. Like I have things to talk about in game as well, as opposed to just, oh man, it sucks. I fell down again. It's games that have NPCs in them that I can interact with a lot. Probably.
Yeah. It has that. It's an RPG.
It is, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look into it.
I'll say it's
more like
RPG,
an action RPG,
but there's a lot of NPCs, and there's
the RPG version is Mega Man X Command Missions, and that was a crappy game.
Yeah,
it was horrendous. Like they should have never made it. Anyway,
but I think it's a really funny meme where the guy yells, "Everybody jack off immediately!"
What?
Yeah,
that would be NT Warrior.
Oh, okay.
That's the one with the chips and cyberspace. Yep. As if Dr. Light and Dr. Wily didn't make the Robot Masters. Instead, it was all cyberspace and stuff. But yeah, everybody's got to jack off. And you'll see what Mega Man Battle Network is what it is, right? It's that series. Mm-hmm. And they have like these little pets, PETs, which are, you know what a Tamagotchi was, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's just like a small control, or it's like a small device about the size of a controller, right? Mm-hmm. Or maybe slightly smaller. But anyway, it's kind of like a modern day cell phone. There we go, I guess. Mm-hmm. And they get these little personal assistant guys that they can have made for them and things. And then they can make them do battle with one another. So it's kind of like a cross between Pokemon and Tamagotchi.
Oh, okay.
more like a Digimon or something, and then they get these little chips that they can use to power them up, like a cannoneer chip or something. It gives him like a cannon or something mid fight and things. And in order to log into the network, they say they have to jack in. So they pull a string and they jack directly into the thing. So
Yeah.
then when you're told to jack off.
By the way, I put it in general.
Oh, Japan.
Yeah, gotta love Japan for that.
So,
The thing is that I'm sure that they were just kind of like, "Nani?"
All
So,
visitors jack off immediately. Let's
yeah.
let's open that real quick. Okay.
They thought they were making something wholesome. They did not know.
Look, this is pretty wholesome. What are you talking about?
Run away.
It's like, wait, make up your mind. So I can't do both. Not at the same time.
This thing did not save my settings last time we used it.
Maybe it disagreed with them. It said, no, your settings are crap. Where did this go?
It's possible, but I'm looking now and realizing nothing is...
I don't know what settings you're referring to. So.
Oh, you would have to actually make a template and save that.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
Clearly you didn't. Either that or you
didn't.
didn't.
No, it's where it had our names and stuff under everything, and...
Oh, yeah.
I can't even figure out where the hell that is now.
You found it.
Oh. There it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, I have to select it. It apparently goes to default. By default.
Yeah.
And I have to actually select that particular thing. Okay. Now we're good, but Chad is just here as blank, so...
Blank because of the ingress.
Yeah, because of the ingress. Way to go, Chad.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what.
We know who you are.
There you go.
There we go. That works. It works. Close enough.
Yeah, it's the duct tape version, but sure, I'll allow it.
Oh, I can do all sorts with this.
No. Let it go. It's fine. Apparently, all of the news happened, so we should probably talk about it.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm sharing the stream on the X site real quick.
So.
Sticking it in its playlist. But yeah, so now that we've sat here and talked about bullshit for 10 minutes, because that's how we always do it.
Yeah.
This is Gaming with the Side Assault, where we mind the minds. And, I don't know. I just want to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I really do. But Avowed is Game of the Year right now.
What?
Let me tell you, Game of the Year. The journals absolutely love this game. This game is top-notch. Mwah, chef's kiss. It is great. It has accumulated about 19,000 players on the Steam side of things.
They should be so proud.
Yeah, they should be absolutely proud of their numbers. They're amazeballs. And then Monster Hunter in 7 hours did 1 million.
Right.
So Monster Hunter Wilds is out, guys.
Like this weird sort of review bombing going on with it, where people are trying to complain about. I don't even know what the issues are. It's confusing to me.
The issue is nobody updates their damn drivers.
Oh, that's
and absolutely everything. Well, it was doing its beta and stuff. They came out and it was like, guys, you need to update your drivers. You need to update your drivers. You need to update your drivers. And during the beta, what did me and Chad do? We went and updated our drivers.
Yeah.
Right before we played, and we played what little we got to play. And then what did we do yesterday? Hey Chad, don't forget to update your drivers when you get home. I'm on it.
By the way, I pointed that out.
I do it.
No, I did it.
And we've been playing with no real issues whatsoever. My rig is like 7 or 8 years at this point now.
It's sad that that's ancient.
Yeah, I know. But I know how to take care of my stuff. And it's running the game just fine. I've seen a little bit of tearing here and there. in this one spot, and it was like the only time I ever actually saw some screen tearing. But other than that, it's running fine.
Yeah, and people are pissed that I pointed out their stupidity. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and most like I went looking to the reviews because yesterday I shared the thing, or this morning or whenever it was with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "What's up with those reviews?" So I went to look at them, and they're all performance issues, performance issues, performance issues on all sorts of of them, and it's like, did you guys update your drivers? I mean,
Hi, friendly neighborhood tech support. Did you update your drivers? Yeah.
have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Have you tried
Guys,
growing brain cells?
no, Chad's name keeps evolving over there. And it's getting better every time he messes with it, but
Well,
it's
that's good.
evolving. Let's see.
That's a good type of evolution. Let's see. Where is it?
I'm trying
Now
to
it's
pull
even
up
better.
Steam.
Behold
Wingding.
my name.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
But let's see.
oh, actually, you know what? Let's go with this.
All right, not recommended. Says, okay, I'll say this. I love your games. I even loved this game so far. Okay, why is this not recommended? It has a lot of incredible stuff. I can see why people are giving it 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, or 9 out of 10, even 10 out of 10. I'm even able to play it at a comfortable, stable frame rate with good visuals because thankfully I'm blessed with quite a decent setup. But what the H is this lack of optimization and you trying to force frame gen on us? Not everyone is even able to. Is this like socialism for? Is this like
Well,
gaming socialism?
considering you can turn that off,
Yeah, it's there.
it's there for those who can. It's like ray tracing. When
Yeah,
games started coming out with ray tracing, but a lot of people didn't have the ability to run ray tracing.
yeah.
It's the same damn thing. There's a
Well,
toggle for it, people.
that's what I mean by gaming socialism, where they're like, nobody should be better than any. Well, it's more like communism, honestly. But nobody should be better than anybody else. I'm like, no. Sometimes your gaming
No,
real is
no.
better than
PC
someone else's.
gamers are just superior by default, regardless. So,
Yeah, and it's just whining.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like
The game
a
is
lot of these.
amazing. Worse optimization. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these people they're just being whiny little bitches. And by the way, the optimization thing is complete bullshit. It's them not updating their drivers. The moment they
Yeah.
update it,
it really is, because I've put this thing on my flashy new SSD, so I can actually load up quickly for a change, so we don't have to sit there and wait for me to load all day.
Good on ya.
But yeah, like there's nothing wrong with the optimization or nothing, guys. I don't get it. I can't see it, or at least it's not happening for me. And when my rig is as ancient as it is, it's a problem on your end, not with the game. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
This is a you problem, darling.
yeah, and
Yeah. Oh, like this one here is like runs like Doug Bald. Now, apparently it doesn't play well on the Steam Deck, which I
Oh.
think was actually talked about before it launched. And it still doesn't run well on the Steam Deck.
Like, oh,
The
that problem
Steam
that it
Deck
had
is like a
before, it still
portable
has it.
small computer that's not as powerful as your computer.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
All right. So you guys have been playing the game. How do you feel about it thus far?
Oh, I think it's a solid 9 out of 10.
Really?
I'm thinking about 9.5.
I mean, that's excluding the story, because I haven't really gone through the story. But for a Monster Hunter game, it's nice. I absolutely. But I feel like, from what I've played of it, it feels like it marries kind of the best of both worlds. From the previous titles.
Okay.
And by the previous titles, I mean Worlds and Rise, because those are our main console titles that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Since they made their leap to console again and off portable devices.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of feels like it mirrors the best of both worlds, because they've taken like the doggos from Rise, which everybody loved those, but it felt like you had to take a Palamute with you all the time because of the mobility it gives you to get around the map.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what it always felt with me. It's like I could not go without my Palamute, which means I had to leave the cat by at the camp or something. My Palico behind when I'm with people. I just had to take my Palamute with me so we can all keep up with each other and have good mobility. Well, they've taken that concept, they've given us a chicken. So now that we've got our own Bocos everywhere, we can just cull them and have the same utility that the Palamute gave, but it doesn't take a slot because it's not technically in the fight anymore. So we also still get our Palicos with us, which is nice. I like that.
That's cool.
And then they've taken like several of the abilities, it looks like, for different weapons and brought back some of the better one, or I guess in my opinion, my favorite one so far. Because back in Worlds, I think the heavy bow gun had these modes where it could be a chain gun or a sniper, but it was tied to a specific gun, heavy bow gun. You couldn't pick it, or you would have to pick the gun and then use the gun special because it was tied to it. But now it's customizable where I can pick either of those, and I actually have access to them now. So, but yeah, from what I've played, it does feel like it marries the best of Worlds and Rise. And it seems, they were going for this open world thing. So I'm not exactly sure how well all that is going to work out. But we will see.
Yeah.
Does Chad want to add anything with this giant hammer of doom?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I've really been enjoying it, and I honestly think that people need to get good when it comes to dealing. They need to get good when it comes to dealing with their hardware, because all the problems are EPCAT errors, and anybody who doesn't know that
to yourself, right?
And anybody who knows EPCAT, it's error between keyboard and chair. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm.
I actually do have a ding against this game so far.
What is it?
There's no cute cat or buff cat or any cat making my food anymore, and I hate it.
Yet.
Not yet. Oh, I hope it like gets added in, or it's like, we get progressively further and then they open up a cantina type thing or something. That would be great. But right now it's just me in my damn tent grilling some fish up. And I'm like, this is not as exciting as when the cats make my food. I need the cats to make my food
but
again.
See, that's the thing,
because those cutscenes were just so charming and great that I need them to come back, and I'm disappointed that it's not there.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing is,
cuteness, guys.
I saw where the as far as like when I was playing through the story, the support cats, when you save them, because I saved the support cats, which is where we were fighting that giant chicken for, and essentially I was like, oh, so we can cook in our tent, but I'm pretty sure we can also use them to cook once we get far enough in the story.
Well, I don't know about that, because right now they only give you rations to cook in your tent. So
that's stupid.
Yeah, because I'm like just beyond that point, and all they do is give you rations. After so while, you go talk to them. They're like, "Here's some rations you haven't picked up, so you can go cook in your damn tent."
Yeah, I would definitely prefer having them cook.
But yeah, the insect glaive is a blast to play too. The bow is amazing to play. Like
the hammer feels
in
good.
Worlds, I played the bow a lot, and I like the bow. And in Rise, I was playing with the light bow gun and.
Didn't you do the
hammer, or not the hammer, but the other hammer, the instrument one?
Horn.
Yeah, the hunting horn.
Hunting
Jeez,
horn.
can't
Yeah.
remember. The hunting horn, and I played the hunting horn in the beta, which I did like it. I just didn't know really what I was doing with it because there was no training area for me to really get a feel for it at the time. And I haven't had a chance to get a feel for it now, but I did love it in the beta. So I'm sure it's going to be even better once I get a chance to really train with it and stuff. So
Yeah, that's the thing is like it's the graphics are great though. They do this weird thing sometimes where they look fuzzy on the edges.
yeah, the beta the beta for me. It was like that 24/7. But since the
Yeah.
game has launched, I haven't had that issue because it messed with my eyes, and I was like, the bloom is way too high. I've got to figure out a way to turn this down, and I couldn't find a way to turn it down because I had the same problem with PoE 2, where the bloom was just
yeah.
eye rapey that I guess it's because of my old age at this point. I can't do it anymore.
No, it looks bad.
But once I turned it off, it was fine.
The default for bloom settings should be off. I have not played a single game where bloom is a good thing.
Well, it was on by default for PoE, so I had to turn that shit off. But then I played the beta, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And it wasn't until after the beta ended it dawned on me it's freaking bloom settings. I needed to go find those and turn those off. But since I've started up the actual game, I haven't had that problem. So, I guess in the beta it was on by default, and then in the actual game it's off by default. But yeah, so Monster Hunter Wilds is doing fucking amazing, guys. You should go pick it up. Holy snap. The fact that they had like around 1 million in the first 7 hours.
That is crazy.
Like, I knew it was going to be big because the beta numbers were, what was it, 40 or 400,000, somewhere in there, almost 500,000. Yeah. But holy shit, shiitakes.
Those shiitakes are holy.
Yeah, that's right. Holy shiitakes.
They are sacred, hallowed even.
Yes, they have been blessed. Like the rains in Africa. Anyway, yeah, so go do that. And if you really want to die or hurt yourself, there's Avowed. Which I saw a commercial for Avowed earlier today, and I do have to say Avowed's magic kind of looks cool. And
they just
the way it's unique and how it does some of the stuff, because it showed several things with magic in its in this ad. But other than that, the game isn't that great.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think it's definitely the POV where it's like it looks like everything's like elongated.
But anyway, so let's get into the first story. Besides that, that was a story I just added in at last second. But this is
because it's what's on your mind.
Fire, and I'm not sure why we're talking.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a hint. Look at the Light No Fire on the right there. That big red thing in the center. Does that look like anything familiar?
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Wait, is this from the same people?
Hello Games.
Is this Hello Games?
Yes, it is.
Wait. Oh, Hello Games News Project. Okay. I missed that.
Yeah. And you can fly on dragons and stuff. And if you notice, it has a very similar feel to the spaceships in No Man's Sky. They use the same engine. The world is procedurally generated. And this is their foray into fantasy, and it looks freaking amazing.
Is it going to be on one planet?
Yeah.
With the same kind of procedural generation they use for galaxies?
Yep.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I am legit excited for... This is supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic Earth that's returned to like a fantasy world. And I just realized I didn't even see that in that video, but apparently there's a rabbit
Elder
race.
Scrolls.
Pretty much. But, I mean, honestly, this looks a lot different and a lot better than what I've seen in Elder Scrolls. Oh, no, Skyrim, not counting Skyrim.
That was kind of a joke because I don't think it was ever really a real thing.
What?
The whole idea of the Elder Scrolls is in the future beyond Fallout.
Yeah. No, sorry, I totally spaced when you made that reference.
Wow. But since we're talking about new games and stuff that are coming out, this one's an interesting one too. Jump Ship. Made from the makers of Minecraft. It is kind of your what was it again? Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Esque sci-fi thing / Lethal Company, that sort of thing. Because you're diving into these things to collect stuff and things, but you also have your ship and everything
that you got to protect while you're
and strategic
that
choices.
you drive around.
Jump to riskier sectors with high risk, high reward, or take a safer route.
Crew have to man the guns and stuff.
Repairs, or perhaps some extra credits.
Well, the question is, can you be attacked by other players? Because that's Sea of Thieves' big thing.
Preventing us from jumping further.
No idea.
Let's make our way there and disable it. Using our sensors, we can tell that ships are patrolling the area. With some good positioning and teamwork, though, I'm sure we can make our way past them undetected. We made it. Time to enter the facility. On foot, it's essential to stay together and use all gear and equipment you've looted to stay alive.
Is it jittery for you, Zio?
When that's done and all loot is collected, it's time to return to the ship and... Pirates! All crew to their stations!
Okay. Might be because of studio or something.
Studio.
I mean, I get the gist of it, though. It looks pretty good.
But yeah.
How much is this?
And I think it's supposed to be free. So...
that always makes me concerned.
I'm not sure. Okay, it's single player online co-op, so I highly doubt there's going to be other players involved.
Yeah. Yeah, because they would say online. They would say online co-op. So it's probably what everybody wanted from Sea of Thieves, which was PvP optional, but
yeah, which sadly, might be a thing later.
Well, no, they have it now, but
oh well. All right. Well, no, I meant for this.
Oh, yeah, it might be PvP
not current Sea of Thieves. I'm talking about Jump Ship here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it feels like a better Lethal Company.
There's a lot of better Lethal Companies out there. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I like Lethal Company because
Lethal Company was fun for the first few hours, and then it got stale really quickly after you saw everything. It got eaten by a sandworm.
Right. That's why, like, the mods were great, but even then, I was kind of like, what was that? Slappy's Contract or something we played for a short time. That was a better version.
Oh yeah, the one with the burger thingy.
Yeah.
That one that was better, but it also suffers from the same thing. Once you've played it for a few hours, you've kind of seen everything.
Done everything, yeah.
And yeah, so unfortunately. All right, so Power World. We have updates with this. Power World Studio, Pocket Pair is giving its staff the day off tomorrow so they can play Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, okay. They were saying, getting mysterious notice from staff saying that they may be ill tomorrow, so they decided to make it into a holiday.
Yeah.
Just so you know, everybody's got the flu, boss. We may not show up tomorrow. You know what? Everybody just take the day off. It's okay.
Yeah, so basically, the Power World devs were like, everybody take the day off, and here's my Hunter code so we can play.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool thing. I'm not going to lie. Way to go. Chad Debs, definitely. Okay, so this is real. This is real. I don't even know what Dungeons and Dragons is anymore. All right. So, the College of Glamour is a bard subclass that was invented in 2017 during the whole hostile takeover of D&D by those people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense that it made its way into Baldur's Gate, but there was other things they could have went with.
Why does it look like an 80s hairband?
That's the point. It's College of Glamour. It's glam
College
rock.
of
Yeah, but
Glamour.
see, the thing is that 80s
Doesn't make sense.
haven't happened in this 1980s haven't happened yet. You know, like this whole blown out hair is something that you specifically get from blow dryer
Yeah. Yeah.
and lots of hairspray.
I don't even know what is in a College of Glamour Bard's toolkit, to be totally honest. It came from one of those complimentary things. I can't think of what it's called. Whatever's Guide to Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that makes sense. It's been a hot minute, people. But yeah, it's a subclass Dungeons Dragons 5e that specializes in mesmerizing abilities, supportive inspiration, mythical beauty of the Feywild. But bards of the subclass can captivate audiences, manipulate enemies with their overwhelming charm, which kind of is like baseline for all bards, if you ask
Yeah, I was about
me.
to say, that's just bards then?
That's just bards TM, guys. Yeah, I've not actually looked into the College of Glamour before, outside of knowing that it came into being recently. At level 3, a College of Glamour Bard gains the Mantle of Inspiration feature, which allows them to grant temporary hit points and movement to allies without provoking opportunity attacks. Additionally, they can use bonus actions to spend Bardic Inspiration. Let's see. College Glamour offers a enthralling performance feature, which can charm or frighten a creature after casting an enchantment or illusion spell. Blah, blah, blah. No offense, but College Glamour seems not that exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's getting added into Baldur's Gate.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yet another reason for me not to play it.
Well, modders have gone ahead and put in different subclasses anyway that are available in D&D. So there's that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know, but the thing is that there's a difference between what
I
the
just
modders
wish
put
they
in
would
and
have
the devs put in.
chose something else besides College of Glamour.
Yeah, it seems not necessary.
It just seems like it's antithetical to what you would want when you're playing a game like this. This is going towards that cozy girl version of
Damn,
fantasy.
bards have a lot of different subclasses nowadays that I'm just not aware of. College of Dance, College of Swords, College of Whispers, College of Valor, Spirit, Lore,
College of
Glamour,
Board.
Eloquence, and Creation. Huh. Alrighty then. Bards got a lot of stuff going on for them these days. Anyway. So yeah, that's the thing that's happening because, we did kind of lose that war on D&D, folks, which is why we just don't do that anymore.
But yeah, no, it's one of those
We
things I
lost the
saw that.
orcs,
I
we
was
lost the bards, we lost everything.
well, we definitely haven't lost, but I definitely. Well, as far as D&D, yeah, D&D is a lost cause. That's for
D&D
damn
is
sure.
cooked. It's been cooked. I kind of wish they didn't do the thing with Matt Mercer now.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Because I never really watched Critical Role or anything like that. I know of them. I know all about it. I've just never seen it. But I kind of really wish they didn't. They had never done it.
Yeah.
Because then we wouldn't have shit like this. And D&D would still be D&D.
Yeah, and you got people, I guess, from like the, I listen to stories and stuff when I got extra time. And I've heard like so many horror stories of people being like, why don't you do it like Matt Mercer?
Oh, yeah. And then there's that one, too. Because then if your DM isn't like a copy of Matt Mercer, when that's their only exposure to D&D prior.
Yeah.
They think every DM should be on that level, which let me tell you, most aren't. Not any close to it. In fact, they're like in negative points when it comes to how they DM, because a lot of DMs can't properly DM.
Yeah.
They forget what the game actually is, and they seem to they like to treat it
not
as
Meg, but
the
other one.
DM versus the players when that is not what the name of the game is.
No, at least it shouldn't be. Let's just make sure all the people who are playing just feel bad about it and just don't want to play it. You're basically sitting there with someone who can control the entire world and all of the things that happen to it and to you, and will just try to kill you over and over again. Just it feels bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of DMs who apparently do just that.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
their
and
whole
I
thing.
don't know why you
try
would
and
play
kill
with
the
them.
players. I'm gonna TP. I'm gonna kill them all. And it's like, why? That is not fun. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
you're gonna make
actually
a death,
exactly what turned me off to D&D.
you know, if you're gonna personally, I like the idea if you're going to let one of them die, to make it good, make it count.
The hero sacrifice, yeah.
Yeah,
By the way, totally
make it worthwhile, but also sometimes you can't prevent stupidity,
Mm.
and things happen, and
Yeah.
sometimes the dice just aren't your friend. So it does happen. You know, I'm not saying like never let your players die or anything. Yeah, kill them, but it's not your mission to kill them. Your mission is to tell a collaborative story with them.
Yeah, totally.
And a lot of DMs don't understand that, so they typically do things like railroad and stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Because they're like, well, I want to do this. And then they're like, no, you can't do that. Well, why not? You know,
that's what happened to me in...
And it's like, no, you as a DM needs to figure out that they could do that and what will happen if they do.
Yeah.
And they may do something you don't think that they would do, because like I have this habit of, you know, having 50 scenarios in my head at one time, right? So no matter what they do, I probably have a plan for it at this point, but sometimes they still do something you never thought of.
Yeah, like eat a horse.
It's up to you as the DM to figure out how it goes from there. You can't just no.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Like we were playing D&D, and we came up onto it was a prefab one that because our DM was brand new, so he's still getting. But we ran into this like ambushed caravan. Everything already went down, and we're like investigating the area, and we see a dead horse, and we're like, let's eat the horse.
What?
And our DM's
Were you starving?
like, no.
Why did you want to eat
wanted
the horse?
pick up the horse?
Because we could. It's D&D. I wanted to eat the horse, and then everybody else was like, yeah, let's eat the horse. And then our DM's like, you can't do that.
No, you totally can eat the horse.
I know.
How long has the horse been there?
He said not.
Roll me for perception, Chad.
Exactly. Thank you. But
you know, the horse looks like it had taken something right around the neck, pierced 2 spots. It looks festering. The blood has coagulated right there. Are you sure you want to eat this horse?
Yeah.
We'll eat around it.
You eat around it. Okay. I need everybody to roll me a constitution check after you finish cooking this thing up.
Wait, whoa. We didn't say cook.
Oh, well, you okay, go ahead and just roll me one now. Let's see how you fare real quick.
All right, we're going to start with bacteria, and then you got to roll again.
Your stomach started making some noises, and it doesn't seem like it's going to agree with you.
Yeah,
Suddenly
see, that would
you
be
feel
great.
sick and dizzy. You can't stand up, and you fall to your knees. And by the way, you've all taken about 3 points of damage, and yeah, you might die of dysentery later. But you know that's when you say you can't fix stupid sometimes. So your character has died of dysentery from eating a dead horse.
What's this thing? We didn't even get to that point. The moment we said we wanted to eat the horse, he was like, "No, you can't do that." And I'm like, "The hell we can't."
Well, yeah, see, that's the difference between a fresh DM and a decent DM or a good DM and stuff too. So, I mean, heck, even a decent DM would be like, no, because they don't have anything prepared for eating a horse. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Make it up on the fly.
Exactly.
You don't need a rule for absolutely everything. That's the whole point of being the DM. You are God at that point. You are the man in the sky. You're a sky daddy. You make the rules as you go along. But personally, I like dynamic worlds, which is very rare. In fact, I don't think I ever seen anybody really doing dynamic worlds. Where I'll present like hooks for you to go do a thing. And one is clearly more pressing than the other, but you do you. And then you go and it's like, oh yeah, remember that thing where they were asking for people to go to that town over near wherever?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should go check that out now.
And
okay, yeah. So the party
it.
then walks over there and they show up and there's nothing left but a smoldering ruins. And it's like, what the hell happened here? Well, that was like 2 weeks ago, guys. You didn't come and help. There's nobody here left.
See, I like that idea.
Things progress in the world. And then they wind up going to a city or something and then finding out that, there's wanted posters for people who apparently razed the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they decide they're going to be bounty hunters. They go check it out. And it turns out, depending on how they handle the situation, they either kill him, get money for, getting the bounty and stuff, or maybe they find out that maybe those people weren't actually responsible and it was pinned on them. Which then leads to another thread that deepens the story. But
by the way, completely unrelated.
Sorry, that's just how I like to run my DM stories.
Yeah, completely unrelated, but Thomas responded to my meme.
Oh, what'd he say?
Not what he said, but more what he did.
I'm going to give that one a triggered.
That was so good. I love my Discord.
That's great. Anyway, so let's back away from D&D for a second. We'll be here all damn night. And Western AAA devs. This is how you make good female black characters.
Yeah.
That looks pretty damn good. Monster Hunter Wilds, by the way, you should go play it. Anyway.
And they probably already are.
Not sponsored
you saw those
either.
numbers.
Not sponsored. But damn, I wish I was, Capcom.
Also, I still want Mega Man Legends 3.
Yeah. I would take Mega Man Legends 3 over a sponsorship, Capcom.
Dad, I need you.
Shoot.
You have to come, number one.
But yeah, so I actually posted this like today about the Western devs because I'm like, yeah, the Western devs, which if you really think about it, there's not that many like starting in the West. Usually it's like they started in Japan or Korea and came over to the West or Europe, even a lot of Europe. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, yeah, the Western gaming industry is getting curb stomped by the Eastern gaming industry as far as quality, participation, excitement. There's no excitement. I can tell you, the only thing in the West that anybody's even remotely excited for right now is like Grand Theft Auto 6. And even that's people are kind of iffy on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, honestly, if you look at this model, though, and then you compare what all of the other black characters over the past, I want to say 7 years look like, it looks like these people don't hate black people, which is kind of funny when you consider that this is from Capcom, which is in Japan, and they kind of don't like black people.
They're very xenophobic, I know, but I don't blame them either.
Well, I mean, especially after like we've had a couple of influencers from other countries, like Johnny Somali, go over to Japan and decide to abuse their national politely.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but they've practically put a hit out for all live streamers at this point.
Yeah.
It was either Korea or Japan, one of the two.
It was
Anyway.
probably, I would say it was probably Korea. Just
yeah, I was gonna say it's
judging
probably
by
I
the
can't
national
remember
government.
who it was, but I'd seen the post on somewhere.
But
Where
I gotta think,
because they have gotten ridiculous and they're tired of their shit.
yeah, I got thinking about the whole, like, you see this model here who is honestly very attractive. I ain't gonna say that's a cute model. And then you got the other, what they have like regularly in the Western games of how they portray black people. And I'm like, it almost, like, I'm not going to say it's minstrel show, but it's kind of heading that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's like they hate black people and think that we're all ugly. It's kind of offensive.
It's very offensive.
Yeah.
And I'm the one they always call racist and crap, but I'm like, no, there's just, I can't stand the Western gaming industry right now.
Well, it's falling anyway, so
good.
But yeah, so let's go into Paramount real quick. What is Paramount doing? Things are changing. Paramount eliminates DEI metrics. Will no longer set or use aspirational numerical goals related to the race, ethnicity, sex, or gender of hires. Hires should be based on merit, period. Game studios that refuse to do this include Microsoft, Xbox, and CD Projekt Red. Well,
I mean, Microsoft. I think that's they're going to be some of the last holdouts. I mean,
Microsoft has enough money that they can be the last holdout. Right now.
That's specifically why.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red, though, I'm like, aren't you guys like this close to death anyway? So.
Yeah, I mean, they're not, because they have what was it, Cyberpunk 2077? I mean, sure, it didn't come out to the best of launches, but it did sell quite a bit. So,
yeah,
and
people were excited for that initially.
What are they working on now? I can't remember.
I don't
They're
remember
working
either.
on something, and this would be probably that. If it doesn't do well, it would start fast tracking them to demise.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought this was kind of neat because it's kind of showing that nature's healing and people are like, wow, this is stupid. Let's not do this anymore. We're losing money.
Well, I mean, they've been losing money for so long, they kind of have no choice in the matter.
Exactly.
But they also think that they're the majority, which they clearly are not. Most normal people don't care about any of that shit.
Yeah.
They just want something good, and when you're pumping out crap like they pump out, nobody's watching it. Yeah, that's been the problem with a lot of them, like the CW's in the shitter, Paramount, Marvel, Disney. Like, all these things are just losing money in droves. So
I'll be back. Maybe.
And he's gone. But we need to talk about TeamSpeak. So TeamSpeak outlasts Skype. Skype is... oh, shit, it is.
Skype is shutting down.
Skype is done?
Yeah.
Holy snap.
That is an institution.
Actually,
no more, it ain't.
Skype was around.
Yeah. Now it's a mausoleum. Different type of building.
Okay. Anyway.
How do I
yeah,
turn
so
me
Skype
off?
is shutting down. That's news. Do they have a thing where they talk about it?
I was about to ask why exactly.
Microsoft has revealed that Skype is shutting down for good after 22 years to focus more on Teams. Skype first launched.
Okay.
What is Teams? Is that the
Microsoft Teams.
Microsoft Teams?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's
The corporate world kind of thing?
yes, it is. It's corporate world stuff.
Yeah.
They've integrated that into other Office programs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why
So
didn't they just
they're getting
integrate
away
Skype?
from they're basically getting away from personal and going towards the business class.
Yeah, well, that makes sense then. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
uses Skype really anyway. I think the last time we used Skype was, let's see,
Exactly.
we do something because I think Chad was there when we used it, and it was only because we had no other choice at that moment but to use Skype because
Mhm.
everything else wasn't functioning properly at the time. So it was like, well, we could just use Skype. And then we all had to download Skype real quick and then set up an account
Yeah.
and then use that. And it wasn't the best experience in the world. Oh, gosh, I hadn't used Skype in so long. But anyway, so yeah, they're going to focus
Honestly,
on
I just use Rumble Studio for group chats, well, for video chat.
Well, Rumble Studio didn't exist at the time.
Well, no, I'm saying that's what I use now.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, my friends and I, we live in different places around the world now. So, we have.
Oh, is
when
that
we
what
wanted-
happened in Messenger?
Oh, Messenger died a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, got rebranded to Windows Live. Let's see, until 2011. Okay. Replacing the agents. Okay, so Skype replaced Live Messenger. Huh.
And Teams is replacing Skype.
Yeah.
Which I actually use Teams daily.
For work?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And it's not bad, but it's really just like very much a Discord clone. But more professional.
Yeah, well, it's apparently built into stuff, so. Yep.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Skype. It's been fun, I guess. We can tell stories of Skype like we do AOL Messenger.
Well, I mean, I was team TeamSpeak.
I never used TeamSpeak.
Well, technically,
I was Team Ventriloquo. Thank you.
Was it ICQ? I think was the first one I used.
But no, we used Vent all the way up until the advent of, I guess, Discord. And then when Discord was invented, we used Discord.
I went ICQ, AOL Instant Messenger, Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, then Discord.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've used things like AOL, but for gaming and stuff and keeping up with people, we just used Vent.
Yeah, honestly, the new TeamSpeak
playing
looks good.
World of Warcraft, we used Vent all the time, and you had to pay for that shit too. By the way,
yeah.
Like,
well, no, you could have like up to 5 people for free, but
well, yeah, but we had a 40-man raid trying to do AQ. Somebody had to pay for that shit.
Yeah. That's my hang up with TeamSpeak. They don't have a free version.
Yeah, it's corporate. Why have a free version when you can pay or people will pay you for it?
No,
and then when you build it into all your tools that they're using, it becomes a requirement. That's a nice play by Microsoft, to be honest.
Microsoft needs to not push people because I know a lot of people now are looking at Ubuntu and Linux.
Yeah, I really do need to do the Linux move, but I'm lazy. I'm hoping Steam gives me something.
Well, Steam already is working on an OS, and it's going to be Linux based, but they already got all their games working on it. So,
but that's the thing when it comes to Linux is doing the whatever it is you need to do to get things to work, and I'm lazy. So
everything I use works in Linux. So.
Alrighty. Well, Twitch is opening subscriptions and bits to most streamers for day. Wait, what? From day
You
one.
have butchered
They're
that post.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Twitch is opening subscriptions and bits to most streamers for day one. They're currently only available for affiliates and partners. So what's going on here?
They're copying Rumble.
Is that what's happening? They've decided that
Essentially, monetization will happen day one, just like for Rumble. And the reason Twitch is doing this is because the competition has gotten tight between the three: Twitch, Rumble, and Kick.
That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, if you're a fan of Rumble.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what needed to happen because Twitch has not been doing well.
No.
And I think they're being heavily subsidized by Amazon.
They are.
And their draconian rules on everything.
But see, here's the thing, though. As much as, like, this is a good thing, and it is, how quick do you think they're going to start just ban hammering as many people as possible that have wrong things so that they can't be monetized?
Well, that's a problem for Twitch to handle because their moderators and shit are they're shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
there's definitely overlap between Twitch and Reddit mods.
But yeah, this definitely is a move to try and get people to come over to Twitch. The problem is lot of the people they're going to be courting are all the kinds of people that they want to ban anyway, which is going to be one hell of a clash between the admin teams of Twitch and all the creators that they want to open the doors to. But I don't know if Twitch doesn't make enough money, I don't think, to even do that.
Well, I see. That's the thing is, I think that this is. I think they're.
After all, they are getting pretty heavily subsidized by Amazon itself, I think. And there was talks about Twitch possibly going the way of the dodo or something, or them wanting to sell it off.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I think that Twitch is going to be folded into Kick.
I mean, that was still our prediction, is something like that was going to happen, but
yeah, I still think
it's not going to fold into Kick because Amazon doesn't own Kick.
Are you sure about that? The prediction was
Kick was going to get himself killed by Amazon, which I'm actually surprised they're still around.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Considering what all happens with Kick, because they use Amazon servers.
Yeah, AWS. But here's the thing. I guarantee you right now Amazon's looking at Twitch, looking at Kick, seeing that Twitch is not doing the greatest and Kick is growing. It's the new hot thing. I think that they're going to fold Twitch. They're going to tell Kick that they're shutting down Twitch and push people towards Kick. That's my prediction.
But why? They don't own Kick. Kick is Stake, isn't it? Like owned by those people?
Yeah.
They're not owned by Amazon.
Yet.
They won't be.
Okay.
Yeah, they just won't be. I highly doubt that Amazon is going to produce any amount of money to sell off Kick. Kick is backed by like crypto shit.
I mean, okay, we'll see.
So, I mean,
you got my prediction.
I mean, what would your
it's not like it was Parler or anything. Like, just Kick is backed by the crypto stuff.
Yeah, why would they snipe Twitch and promote Kick?
Because Twitch is hemorrhaging money, and Amazon is all about taking that control. So what they'll do is they'll sell off Twitch to whoever, fold that money into investing in Kick, and trying to essentially buy them out. And now we got Twitch 2.0.
Well, no, we get Twitch 2.0 through the soft power that Amazon already can exert. And and the thing is, Kick is just Twitch with literally no rules apparently at this point. So
yeah. Well, you know what? Let me reassess that real quick. I think that they're going to get rid of Twitch and then just control Kick on the back end, essentially.
I mean, that's fair. I don't have any pushback because I don't have a dog in this fight. But no, I was just curious as to what your theory as to why that would be was.
Well, see, the thing is, I think that Amazon. My theory about this is Amazon realizes they made a mistake in how Twitch was handled, where they are direct ownership of Twitch. Now, the thing is, with Kick, they can go, hey, you need our server space. We want you to do A, X, Y, and Z.
Well, see, that's the thing. That was my original prediction. Kick was going to get parlored because of how Kick was handling itself.
Well, that was predicated on if they don't play ball.
Kick has been handling itself the same way, and Amazon has been silent, which is weird, considering how viciously they took out Parler just like that.
Yeah, that's because Kick isn't right wing.
But that was ideological as opposed to
you know what? Actually, might be right.
Financial.
Well, no, it is, because that one guy, he's like a huge right wing Andrew Tate kind of guy who owns Kick.
You're talking about Steam Train or something?
I don't know what his name is.
I don't remember his name.
He's one of those big crypto bros who slobbers on Andrew Tate's toes or something.
Yeah, but someone being
guys.
Yeah, but someone being I don't know, sort of I guess what they consider toxic or misogynist is not the same as being Orange Man Hitler. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, they felt they if they believed it, then they claimed that the Orange Man was like the Antichrist, or
yeah, I've seen people claim that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, they were literally like, I'm literally shaking because our country is not going to exist anymore, sort of thing. Like they acted like they were saving democracy.
I love that Freedom tune, by the way, where everybody's shaking.
Oh yeah, I'm literally shaking, and they keep shaking. I'm literally shaking. Are you?
How
shaking?
Are you not shaking right now?
It's like if I hand you like some ice milk, then can you like make a milkshake for me then? Because my blender is broke, so that'd be great. Just be shaking. I'll read off the list of the things that the Orange Man has done in office in the past, I don't know, 30 days, and you can just like.
You just have to read off the last 5 minutes and get yourself a milkshake.
Dude, just read off the last 24 hours and it'd be done. Honestly.
But yeah, so I'm just like, I think they're doing a hands off, like they can control it from the back, and Kick's gonna play ball.
I just don't see it happening because they haven't done it yet.
They haven't needed to.
So, well,
and
I mean, they have. Kick has been is a problem for them. You would think they would have already done that. They haven't enforced any of their real rules or anything. And, the prediction was it would be Twitch 2.0 because AWS has a certain set of rules. They're going to have to follow those rules or they'll get parlored.
But the thing is,
and then they haven't followed those rules, and nobody in AWS hasn't touched them.
Yeah, because a majority of the ideology on Kick is not right wing.
Yeah. I don't know, so.
Well, I do, so there.
On that one, I'll just have to defer to your judgment on that, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that does make sense.
If it was, say, Rumble, I would assume they would have canned that one, but Rumble built its own infrastructure, so they can't.
Oh yeah, no, Rumble. I think that Rumble totally would have been taken down, and it's because it's ideological, and
they still try to take it down.
Yeah, and it's pretty political too. So, Politics, then ideology, I think, is actually, and then financial is kind of the way that they're going right now, because
Which
they've got
why they're
Bezos money.
hemorrhaging money.
I think that's the reason that Twitch is still up, because if it were just what's financially responsible, they would have yeeted Twitch a long time ago. But because of the fact that this is such a big voice that they have control over, and they can actually terrify the people who are on it into not saying certain things, not having certain takes, and boost certain things. They're able to actually influence the minds of the the gaming nerds, who are, I mean, for the most part, we don't necessarily want to be political or anything like that. We just want to play our games and be left alone. And so if they're able to push a certain sort of ideology, then they're going to do it. But the thing is that it's hemorrhaging money. So at some point, rubber's going to meet road.
Yep.
So that's the theory. So that's why I'm not unsympathetic to the idea that Twitch might be going the way of the dinosaur. But I don't know, man. That's a lot of power that they'd have to give up, because it's not all about money,
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what their whole shtick is basically exerting that social power.
Alrighty then. Well, I have nothing else to say.
Yeah,
I wait on you to go to the next article.
All right. Well, hold up a second, because I'm trying
I had my obligatory rant already, so
to bring stuff up. Okay.
Okay. Well, we can take a little break.
let's do a palate cleanser, shall we? All right.
And Zio doesn't know how to use spoiler tags.
Nope, I don't. So we're gonna bring this up and.
But since it's like a Facebook link, it kind of
that's not the one
accomplishes
I thought that was.
the goal.
It's not the one I thought it was. I was curious to know how it was going to pop up, because I don't know if it was going to like pop me into my Facebook or whatnot, because I have one. I don't think I've ever really logged into it on desktop or anything. But yeah,
you're gonna have to unmute it.
As soon as I figure out how to. Jeez.
And I miss you. And now I want.
That's Zio.
And I need you.
That was me a few days ago.
Zio sent me this. Was like, you want a game?
It's been a while, Chad. Where you at?
If I could fall. Yeah, I know. That's funny.
Let's do that. There we go.
Yeah, this is NYPD, open up. Over here we have NYPD, open up. Listen.
The fudge is all this. Oh my gosh, you're interfering with my video watch. Stop your shit.
What is happening?
I don't know.
You are on the TikToks.
Yeah.
NYPD, open up. Over here we have NYPD, open up.
Sorry, I found that one humorous too.
You can't be taken seriously if your car could be cow tipped. That's all I'm saying.
No,
seriously, look at that tiny thing.
That's just stupid. I have this feeling, this sense of rage that comes over me when I see people driving those like they're serious, and then I just want to like run over there and just give a nice front snap kick to it and just tip it over.
Well, I'm at work. Anytime I see one of those things, you know what pops through my head? Truck candy.
What?
My truck could hit that, and it would just eat it.
I know.
There would be nothing left. Every time I see one of those things. But speaking of weird things to make law enforcement, you know those vans, the really large, not like your typical white panel van. They're smaller than that. They've got like a larger upper glass top for loading like wheelchairs and stuff in there. You can get like 4 or 5 people in the back of it who are disabled and stuff. You know, those kind of vans.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving up the interstate the other day at work in my truck, and one of those suckers came up, flew past me, right? And I looked over to it, and it had state trooper on the side of it. in their colors, and it was that one of those vans. I'm like, shit, what the hell happened to y'all's funding? It's like of all the things,
Elon Musk happened.
Of all the things to use as a trooper vehicle, that was the last thing I ever thought I would see.
Oh, by the way, I just realized I got the share up. So, like, if you guys want me to man the palette cleansers, I could just have that at the ready.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds fair.
works. I'll let you just man that then.
Yeah, I just realized that, like, oh yeah, I could share a screen so that I can set up, and then you just flip over to me, and I'll just spin the
but
wheel.
I have to
and
go through the trouble of doing it anymore. That's one
Yeah.
less thing I got to do. Hooray, hurrah. Games Radar. Why would I give you anything? Go away. Anyway, weeks after EA said Dragon Age the Felguard did not resonate with a broad enough audience, BioWare's RPG is coming to PlayStation Plus as a free monthly game. Yay!
I
get
mean,
one game for free each month, and this is the one they want to go with.
well, no, it's coming in. But there are going to be like 2 other games. One of them's the Sonic game, and I forget what the third
Usually,
game is.
the other ones aren't that great. It's Sonic
Yeah.
Colors, which
Well,
actually
that's why they're free. You
best thing, or isn't the worst thing, and then some other game. But it's usually like one decent game, and
Sonic
then
Colors.
2 other random, little things that nobody cares about. That's usually how they do it.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Okay.
have PlayStation Plus.
So real quick.
so do I.
Back to Failguard here.
Okay.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful. How terrible! Oh no!
So
I know. I mean, that's
boost
the
their
thing.
numbers.
This isn't. It's not a good game, but the thing is that it's such a big game to come to PlayStation Plus, especially. And it's not even like it would be one thing if it's like a big game, but it's old. It's like a decade or 15, 20 years old, and comes to PlayStation Plus. So it makes sense. But
This is
Veilguard
not-
is like what, 6 months old, if even
If
that.
Is it 6 months old? I thought it just came out yesterday.
No, I think it came out maybe October, I want to say.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so
it
that's
was not that long.
almost 6 months.
I know it
And-
wasn't that long ago.
The like
No.
the 8 people that bought it are probably pissed.
I mean, I'd be.
Let's see. When did it come out though? Now I'm actually curious to know which day it released. October 31st.
Yep.
2024.
So pretty much November.
But yeah, it's been like, 4 months. Give or take.
Well, I mean, it's gonna do this in March, right? So
Yeah, which
November to March.
is
That's
tomorrow.
I guess it's 4 months.
It's gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, you can get the critically acclaimed Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Critically and
free.
but by nobody else. So
Yeah.
Critically acclaimed by the games journalists and nobody else.
Dude, I can give you my exact reaction when I saw that. I am going to get my money's worth
And
out
it's
of the
fitting.
soundboard.
yeah, it's sad trombone music.
It's got. They do have some players though. Still, there's a lot of people still playing this game.
What, the dev team?
Anybody? Yes.
Well, let's see. I mean, it's
I'd
a really long
say
game. It might still have some
9,000.
value in streaming, so maybe like 5,000. Holy crap.
Ooh. Wow. Dustborn had more.
Dustborn didn't have more, did it? No.
No, I don't think that
Did
ever
it
was
not?
1,000.
Okay.
No, this game did way better than Dustborn.
Okay. There was one game that was bad, but wasn't this bad.
You know what? Concord had. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, I think
didn't get off the
Concord
map.
did have more. I think
Yeah, I mean, Concord at its peak had over its all-time peak didn't break 100.
Oh, okay. Never mind about Dustborn.
Yeah, but that
I
game was
everything
so
in
bad.
Concord, actually.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, see, Concord didn't even break a K. I
Oh,
didn't think it did.
There was some game that had like 8K, but it wasn't really that good, and then it started going down
Avowed?
from there.
Well, Avowed's got like 18 right now, so.
No, but in the
I'm
first week it
sorry.
was like
It's
8.
got about 8K now. It ended
That's
with
what it was. It
19.
was Avowed. I knew there was something around 8K.
But
that-
Felguard did have more players than Avowed did. That's for sure.
That is insane.
Let's see. What's some of our other favorite games we like to occasionally check back up on? See
Skyrim?
how they're doing, huh?
Skyrim?
No.
Doom?
Recently, that came
what was
out.
that game? Oh crap! It's not Diablo. It was the game.
Path
It
of
was a
Exile?
part 2, and it came out around the same time.
Path of Exile 2?
No,
Hades?
not Path of Exile 2. It was a game that all of the journalists were super excited about.
Hades
But
2.
yes, thank you. I was like, it's not Diablo, but it's something else, since dealing with the devil. Because of
Well,
course.
Hades 2 still isn't doing so hot.
But that's doing better than like.
Yeah,
Conquer
because
Everybody
I
knows.
remember this
Veilguard.
one because I had said something about it and somebody got really pissy with me and was like, but that's a beta. That's a beta. It doesn't count because that's just beta numbers and they haven't actually launched the game yet. And then I was like, Monster Hunter Wild beta. Boom. Fuck you. That's a beta too. Look what it's doing. Anyway. But yeah, that's the only reason I even remember Hades 2 now is because that one guy got all bitchy about it because I talked down to their beloved Hades 2.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't remember this game at all. The only thing that I
I
remember
forgot.
about it is like all of the gaming journalists who had been so offended at Eve's design, not even the jiggle physics, but just the design, were just like
I remember what
drooling
it was
over.
in conjunction to. It had
Yeah,
to do
we're
with
just
Path of Exile 2.
Mm.
Because I had because I forgot what it was, and I was like,
Still
well,
going
other
pretty strong.
games that are its direct competitors like Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4, and then they people got upset over that. It's like, which isn't direct competitors? It's like, yeah, they are all ARPGs, you fucktard. They are direct competitors of one another. By the way,
What
for
is
anybody who's interested, Path
Mhm.
of Exile hasn't fully released yet either.
Yeah, I'm
really.
excited.
And it's still kicking the crap out of your Hades 2.
I was about to ask what your final take on it was, but that was still
Well,
just
it's
a pre-release.
still not done. It's still half a game, so
That's
Yeah.
I
hilarious.
mean, my take hasn't changed. What is there, I love it.
Same.
Unfortunately, what is there isn't what Chad likes because the stuff he likes still hasn't released yet.
Yeah, that's the thing is I still love what's there. It's just I can't build the character I want until certain classes come out.
And there's also a couple of builds I would like to do, but they require some weapons that haven't been released yet, too. So,
By the
and my druid ain't out yet.
by the
And I
way,
really want to play with the druid.
they're coming out with that new melee class that came out of left field. I did not expect Gladiator.
Yeah, your Marauder's coming soon. I sent you a thing on it.
Oh, I'll check that out later.
Um,
We might have to after I was about to say No Man's Sky. After Monster Hunter World, we might have to jump back into Path of Exile too. Sorry, Meg.
You don't read my messages, do
Is
you?
that I mean, after Monster Hunter? I mean that.
Oh, you know what? I didn't send you a thing. I sent you a screenshot. They're bringing the Gladiator class, which is
Which I did see.
yeah, which you did see. Which is I think one of the Marauder things.
Yeah, well, the Gladiator was a ascension to the Marauder. I didn't see the Marauder though. I thought they just made the Gladiator.
Well,
class.
chances are, if one of the Ascensions are coming, I'd say they're bringing the other class too.
Which
Maybe.
at that point I'm
Because
remaking
they
my
also
character.
only have like 2 of 3 Ascensions of what they do have.
Yeah,
So like half the classes are there, half the
Ascensions.
equipment is there. 2/3 of the Ascensions are there. or actually, it's less than 2/3 because half the classes aren't there, so
Yeah, I
their
was about to say,
ascensions aren't
it's-
there either.
Yeah.
So you know, um, so it's like what? Not even 25% of the ascensions, maybe?
Not,
Maybe
no, yeah,
25%?
I'd say 25 to 33%.
Something like that. So I mean, it's still missing a ton of stuff,
And they're
and
missing
it's still
what,
doing these
3
numbers.
acts that they're going to add?
Yeah, and plus you've got the additional 3 acts,
And that's not
and then
even the
anything they do on top of
more-
that.
Yeah, I'm about to say they might add even more acts on top of that at a future date, like they did with PoE 1.
Let's see, what's another one of those games that the journos absolutely loved?
Let's see.
Dustborn, Avowed.
They liked Avowed. They liked.
Fart
You know what? Just
Sniffer.
go to their site. They liked Balatro. So.
Yeah, Balatro.
that
Yeah, they did for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
was
get it.
just.
Let's see.
But yeah, you can look at their top 20 list on like IGN or something like that. They had
Top 20 games, IGN. Yeah, you're probably right. That would probably tell us exactly.
yeah, because I mean, if you're going off of our memory,
Oh,
we are all old, so
The new Assassin's Creed.
It's not out yet, though.
I know, but they're still jerking it all harder than the porn star.
Oh, let's see. Actually,
What's that one with
top 20: Helldivers 2, Call of Duty, Stardew Valley, Astrobot, Elden Ring, Dragon's Dogma, Space Marine. No, that's.
I forgot they really loved Astrobot too.
Astrobot didn't look half bad, but it was just a reskin of Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, it just looks like meh to me. It's like, oh, that game
action
exists.
platformer. Let's see.
I didn't hate the idea though.
It was fine. That's exactly what I felt.
Okay, I
about
made
it.
the mistake and asked Forbes what their 25 or top 20 games of 2024 were, and I don't know what any of those fucker things were. Like, they were games that were clearly a child picked that list and has never played a modern game or something. I don't know. Let's see.
I can't remember any other games. I mean,
Yeah,
I do
like,
remember them going
thing-
wild over.
They weren't
Diablo.
that good to begin with, so Polygon's number one game for 2014 or 2024 was Balatro, though.
Was
They
what?
would.
Was Balatro for
Of course it
Polygon.
was. It's
What a
not a
shock.
game.
What a shock! The pretty much mobile game is what they liked. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Let me bring it up so we actually see what I'm seeing. This
Yeah, people
Metaphor
like Metaphor.
Refantazo, people like that. Helldivers, Tactical Breach Wizards. Okay.
Is that a mobile game?
No, it just looks like one of those artsy games.
I saw somebody play that. It's an interesting concept. It wasn't horrible, but it definitely was.
Animal Wow. The last time we looked at these lists, they didn't have these weird things on it that I've never heard of before.
Yeah, this is
Somebody
bizarre.
has edited these things and added new things into them. It removed all the crap that
You know,
was there.
you're right, because I know Dustborn was on that list.
Because Dustborn was one of their favorites at one point. Rise of the Gold. See, that Forbes had a bunch of games that were like this. Never heard of it. No idea what it is. Probably sold 3 copies. But it's one of their top 20 games of of the year. And it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What is this?
Yeah, not every indie game and artsy game is, amazing. In fact, a lot of them are garbage.
Yeah. And then
I
they
love
do
indie
have,
games, but
the
a lot of them
actual
are
good
shovelware.
games that people enjoyed, like Elden Ring, somewhere in the lists now. Let's see, Prince of Persia. Heard that one was pretty decent. Oh, there's Hades 2. Well, you already got Hades 2. Laser Eyes. All
What?
right. Builds of Mistra. I actually had my eye on this game for a hot minute, but I think Sunhaven does it better.
Yeah,
It looks like a Polly Pocket version of Sunhaven.
Yeah, it's the art's a bit too
It's terrible.
SNES
It's
for
terrible.
me.
Just say terrible because it's terrible.
It's SNES style, I think.
it looks more
No,
like
on
NES.
behalf of SNES, it is not. I'm offended on behalf of Super NES.
Kind of gives more of an NES vibe.
Yes.
Let's see, Pacific Dive. Never
Muy
heard
feo.
of it. Oh, there's
Pacific-
Dragon Age: The Felguard.
The Pacific Drive wasn't bad. It was one of those.
Yeah, and these were much lower on the lists too.
Yeah, they're up in like the 1s and 2s,
Yeah.
And now they're all the way up at 17.
which is deserved. I mean, if they actually liked it.
Yeah.
Like a Dragon should be
it's just,
higher
I
on that
think
list.
these lists changed.
Yeah, I
They
think
did.
so.
Like somebody
100%
didn't
they
edit
did.
because all these lists, because I had looked up several of them just now trying to figure it out, and I started scrolling. It's like, I don't know any of these games. Where the fuck did these come from down here? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they redid their lists for 2024 at some point.
I think, yeah.
Because Wisdom, Satisfactory, full release.
So,
Okay, yeah, we're not getting anywhere with that. So we're not finding what we're looking for, but yeah, we took a look at those games. We revisited the other ones to see how well or bad they do.
I think I need a palate cleanser after seeing all those horrible games.
They gave Indiana Jones a 9 out of 10 on over on IGN.
Yeah, I heard it was
Actually-
decent, just not a lot of people played it.
9?
so-
Not 9 decent, but I'm saying, yeah, I heard
No, it was
so
not
good.
offensive. That's not the same as 9.
I know.
Alright.
We're agreeing with you, Meg.
No, I'm just saying. No, you guys were like, "Oh, it's decent." Like, no. The 9 is the part that upsets me. Not that it was not in the negatives. I don't care about that. I'm just like, it wasn't a 9,
Yeah, I say
Like
it
the-
was probably a 5 or 4.
which would be an IGN 7, and that's perfectly fine. Just don't give it a 9. This is lying
I
to
can't
people.
switch to Chad's screen, damn it. He wants to do a palate cleanser.
That's weird. Can you? Oh, because you have to stop sharing. Remember?
Well, no, then it just takes mine all away.
Yeah. Then you turn it back on.
Okay. Well, all right. Palate cleanses, Chad. It's all on you.
Well, I think this is I think we did this one right
Yeah,
here.
it's very old.
All right, Meg, tell me when to stop. All right.
She doesn't even give it a chance to wheel around.
I really don't.
She just
Ain't nobody
stop
got time for this.
immediately.
I need to be cleansed now
Cleanse me.
and make it not sound weird.
Cleanse me, Daddy Chad. Cleanse me.
No, I didn't say make it sound weirder. Please don't do that.
Chad.
Literally nobody asked for this.
Okay, give me a
So
second.
can Chad figure out how to work this thing? Because we're not on stream or on the screen.
1 second. I'll do that right there. There we go.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep. There's no sound.
1 moment.
Wake me up when he figures it out.
Oh, that's right. His screen has no sound though.
Oh.
No, hang on. It's because I was sharing the entire screen and not.
You have to click the share sound thing.
Can you hear it?
Nope. do
Why?
I have to bring it up?
I think you had to bring it up because it's not doing.
All right. Send me the link, I guess, in the private chat so I can bring up the one we're trying to look at.
It's the second one. The second one that has the spoiler tag.
Uh,
I have to know how this story ends. Oh, not that one. I know how that one ends. In lols.
and lows.
In-laws and layoffs.
All right. Let's bring it over, shall we? Enlarge. Let's try this again.
You might have found that funny. Let's try it the other way around. You might have
Just
found
one
that
more
funny.
round.
Let's try it the other way around.
She lost it too after she was like,
Lost
oh,
it
that,
after that one.
yeah.
Oh,
That was and that was good though, because his expression was exactly what you would expect of someone who's like, how would you like it if, it had that scold look on his
yes, it
face.
did.
Yeah.
He did a
it
good
was
job, man. Expectations subverted.
Subverted successfully. FYI, YouTube quietly changed the copyright policy to allow anyone to deplatform a video with a simple copyright claim. This has always been possible to a degree, but if you dispute the claim, it would be visible again. Now, even after you file a dispute, it remains blocked. That's why that one live stream is still blocked in 3 countries.
My bad.
One of them being
Well, that's just
ours.
because we're spicy meatballs.
It was all over bullshit. Yeah, so YouTube is giving you more reasons to move to Rumble.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've stopped even. I ain't gonna lie. I stopped even pushing it on people. Not really pushing on people, but like that people would be like, "I got banned. I got demonetized." I used to be like, "Hey, Rumble won't do that to you," and they're
Well,
like,
it's okay because they don't want a solution or a fix.
"No,
they
they
just
don't."
want to cry about it because
Yeah.
they get mad every time you're like, "Have you tried Rumble? Don't talk to me ever again." It's like, really?
By the way,
just
that was
give me
somebody's
a
actual
solution.
reaction
Yeah, I know.
when I was like, "I have a solution to your problem," and they were like,
Oh, see, were you talking to a woman though?
Yes.
"Yes."
Oh, well, there you go. You,
That
you
was the
guys both have
problem.
been in relationships with women where she's trying to emote, and then you're like, oh, this would solve the problem. And then she's like, how dare you, sir? It's like you didn't want to cry with me. So,
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. My ex actually wanted solutions. She was kind of masculine in that regard, where she was logical.
Yeah.
And well, until she wasn't, but that's
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing though. Even the most logical of us have it deep within our psyche to work against that. So, yeah, like we have a natural weakness towards being emotive and a little bit ridiculous. We have to, like, if you meet a woman who is more geared towards the logic, it's usually through some sort of effort.
or it's a trap.
No, it's through a desire to be a more honorable person.
Okay, you know what? These dice are going to jail because they've rolled 1-1 too many times.
Wait, what?
He's gotten bored of us talking and started throwing dice.
Listen. These dice have eyeballs in them. I don't know if it will actually be seeable or not, but
Ew.
It's kind of hard.
Disquieting.
Is that the beholder dice I gave
no,
you?
this one's my dragon 20s.
Okay.
I've got 5 of them, and they're dragon eyes. And
That's
they're just
cool.
D20s. My beholder dice are a whole set of real dice, though. Very nice. Anyway, so yeah, YouTube fucks you. Or hates you. YouTube hates you.
Depending on the channel, it could fuck you too.
Yeah, that too. Again. Oh, and this one is the page doesn't exist.
Okay,
What was this one? See, work our way up. YouTube. Destroy Star Wars. Yeah, this one was Kathleen Kennedy steps down from Lucasfilm.
Yeah, planning to step down. We heard this song dance before. We'll see if it actually happens. Good riddance if it does.
I don't know why it doesn't exist. Clearly, I
Okay,
guess he
so
pulled it down.
I was watching what was it? Friday Night Tights with the guys, and it seems that there was a story that was put out by someone who used to work for Variety, but he now does something else and just blah 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 gossip. I don't care. Anyway, this guy put out a story saying that Kathleen Kennedy would be was looking for the replacement and a way to kind of transition out of her role over Lucasfilm within the
Okay.
next year. Yes,
Yeah.
by the end of 2025, and there was much rejoicing in the kingdom. And some people took it to mean that she was going to be, like going off and living her best life with her cats or whatever the heck
Well,
she
no, I'm sure
has at
she
home.
went somewhere else, or she's gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah, but so what she's saying is that, that's pure speculation and that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to be making movies until I die, basically. And they're like, oh, please stop making us root for the asteroid. But um but the thing is that it does seem though that she is going to be transitioning away from Lucasfilm for whatever reason, whether she was pushed or whether she's tired of failing, who knows? But it seems that she will be leaving sometime within the next year, but she'll still be involved in movies in general, and she does still have some movies that she is producing right now. One of them being the Mandalorian movie, which I know almost zero about because I've never watched Mandalorian. Although
Well,
the
the
Baby Yoda is
Mandalorian
cool.
was pretty good.
Well, I've heard
Well,
seasons 1 and 2 are good, and then
up
season
to
3
like the
is off a
second
cliff.
season, from what I've heard. I haven't seen it beyond that.
Yeah.
And I'm
I've-
not sure. See, they ended the second season,
Mhm.
and that should have been just it after that, which kind of was sad because it's like I want this to continue going, but the way they've ended it, there's no way it can continue now. There's just no
And yet
possible
somehow
way
Palpatine survived.
to continue. And then like season 3, and I'm like, I might get around to watching that one day, but it's not right now.
Mhm.
And I've heard it's been bad ever since, of course. And
Yeah.
it's like, you guys had your chance to keep going, but you fucked it up with the season finale of the second season.
Yeah.
When you did that, you can't go back. I'm sorry.
But they did that for the feels and the key jangles and all that jazz, and not realizing that, I mean, it's all short-sighted. Most of this stuff is short-sighted. With the gutting of IPs, it's all just trying to what is it? Trying to gain the temporary by sacrificing the permanent, You're trying to sacrifice your long-term gains by just getting the quick buck,
Well, they should probably start by doing what is it? Episodes 7, 8, and 9 for Star Wars, just redoing those. And
Mhm.
forgetting the other ones exist.
Yeah.
Just lock them in a vault and say, those are no longer canon. Here's the new ones, and just start from scratch.
I mean, ever since
And then
Wait,
force Mark Campbell to be in it. While he's still alive.
well, I mean, if they put Mark Hamill in it, we can just use this.
Put a ticket in, make your name gay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he's
Mark
still
Hamill
Luke,
hates the
but I
fan
still
base so
need
much.
him to hand down something. Damn it!
I feel like Mark Hamill just really hates the fan base, though.
He really does not like.
So I don't think that would
I
actually
don't
wind
know
up,
why you would hate the fan base as much as he does.
because his fan base is primarily male and has rejected the new the woke
Uh-huh.
agenda that has been
Yeah.
pushed forward by the new movies.
And he's all for that new agenda. Like, he
Yep.
went balls deep in it.
He drank that milk hard.
Yeah.
If they told him to drink this Kool-Aid to send him to the mothership, he probably would have.
Yeah, it's the hatred that some of these people have for just
I
people that
still
they don't
can't
like.
believe they killed Han.
Dude, that was so disrespectful. I mean, and I wasn't even
Like,
that disappointed. I
see,
wasn't that disappointed with
I
Force
was
Awakens.
surprised that he
It
was
just
even going to
existed.
be in it to begin with, because he already said that he's done with that. He did it. He enjoyed it. It was fun. He's done with it. He's moved on. He's not going to go back to Star Wars.
Hmm.
For him to be back in Star Wars, I got super excited because I was like, heck yeah. But he also didn't want to continue, which means they had to do something with him.
Well, I mean, he
But I
broke
wish
his ankle.
So,
He tripped off on a piece of the set and broke his ankle, and they had to delay filming.
okay.
So I get why he was like, I need an out, but to do it so how they
This
did
was
it,
long before there was ever talks of more Star Wars because he had been asked in the past. It's like, if they were to make another Star Wars movie, a 7, would you, be in it? He's like, nah, I'm done with Star Wars. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm done with it though. I don't really want to go back to it. So when, finding out he was going to be in it, I was just like, well, I love that. Thank you for coming back. That's great. Because, last thing I heard was you in an interview saying you just weren't going to.
Yeah.
I just wish they hadn't killed him. I wish they retired him or something somewhere.
Well, see, I think they should have had an off-screen thing where him and Leia were just doing their own thing, and that's why they weren't there.
Yeah, and the fact that him and Leia
that.
were not together or anything either was just a shocker as well, because they made him like this deadbeat dad. And I was like, really? That's the angle we want to play with Han Solo?
Well, that's the only way that you can girl boss appropriately.
Completely erased his character growth.
Yeah.
From the previous 3 films. See, if you took the original Han Solo to start with, sure, that would be believable. But the one at the end is not the same guy.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
See, you gotta understand, these people only watch the first 10 minutes of anything. That's the source material. So with that in mind, it makes sense.
But they wanted to make Leia the general, and so they had to have her in it. Han, they didn't really want to have in there. They didn't really have a role for him in there. And also, to be a strong, powerful woman, you have to not need no man or have no man with you.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like people did in-depth dives on like the generals, like Leia and that other like really tall chick.
The terrible one, with the purple
she
hair.
should have been killed off.
Holdo.
Yeah, Holdo.
Yeah,
and
the
they
one
were
who
like,
pulls off the hold on maneuver, and it's like, so this has been an option this whole time that we could strap remote controls to anything that had warp capability and just run it at people.
Yeah.
Okay. So why didn't we do that?
Yeah, but what got me was like people did in-depth dives on like the strategies that were in, like, as much as they could, mind you, and they were like, all the women generals in this are absolutely terrible.
Well, yeah, but the reason is that you can't.
Not because they're women, but because they were just terrible generals, and it really made women look bad.
Well, you can't write a story that's smarter than you are. So these writers are just not clever people. They don't think these things through. They can't see past their own ideology and the story that they want to tell, and they're so narcissistic that they don't even know that they don't know. And they think that the criticism against them is because of the message, but no, it's because it's stupid, it's morally bankrupt, and then it's because of the message. That's like 3rd or 4th down the list, though.
Well, it's just a bad story. It's like when you start introducing things that didn't exist beforehand. Like, let's see, Luke took an X-Wing and flew it to like 3 different planets, had it submerged in water, raised it from water, flew somewhere else because it's capable of warp speed, right? Whatever their version of faster than light travel is. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute. And I'm too old. No, that's Spaceballs, and that is my favorite movie, and I remember that one.
Oh, I know.
Straight to Plaid.
I was about to say that exact same. But yeah, do we want to?
Anyway, so you take things like that, right? And then you're sitting there, it's like, well, we can only fly for so long at this space, and they can't keep up with us. Because they're at top speed or whatnot, and we're going to run out of fuel in about X amount of hours. And it's like, fuel? Where the fuck did fuel come from? Did
Yeah.
Luke stop at a 7-Eleven on his way between planets or something that we just didn't see it off screen? Is that what happened? Did he pull into one of those places like in Spaceballs and got the special? Are those dotted all over the place and we just don't know it? Is that what goes on?
So, by the way, it's funny you mentioned Spaceballs. I heard they're making a 2.
No.
No, please don't. Please don't. Listen, you guys have ruined everything I've loved already. Leave my Spaceballs alone.
Do not fondle my Spaceballs.
Yes.
Well, they're talking about doing what was it, Starship Troopers 2 as well.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Well, they've like ruined Starship Troopers like 3 times over at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm sorry, not doing a part 2. They're talking about remaking it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Like, oh well. They shouldn't remake it, that's for sure.
They just shouldn't touch it. They should leave it alone.
They shouldn't touch it. It's
well, they have no creativity. So all they can do is try to shoehorn their ideology.
They can reimagine an existing property in the modern whatever.
Yeah.
Right? For modern audiences, Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a cleanse just because of this crap.
Yeah, so I was watching when I was watching Friday Night Tights, they were talking about this, and Disper made a very interesting point where he said that he senses that it's going to be kind of like Joker Folie à Deux, which was the Joker sequel, of course, because it had to be super pretentious. But because of the fact that Hollywood is so mad that people liked the humans instead of the bugs, and they're like, you don't understand, they're supposed to be space Nazis, you're not supposed to like them, so they're gonna like redo it and make the humans heinous, so that way we actually get it this time because we watched the movie wrong, like if they're
gonna do what's funny is they're gonna do that and we're gonna still like the humans.
Yeah, it's like the I'm dying. The managers or whatnot for the Discords for Helldivers 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were the same way. It's
yeah.
Like, you can't like this. They're space Nazis. They're supposed to be an allegory for this and that and blah blah. Yeah. You guys aren't supposed to like it like that. And it's like, how dare you?
You're having fun wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
right.
Like, this is great. We're loving it. What are you talking about? It's Super Troopers or Starship Troopers, the video game, the correct way.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. And it was fantastic. But those managers for their Discords and stuff, they're whatever they're called, CMs or something.
Media managers.
Yeah, they were just like, you're not supposed to enjoy it. You don't understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we understand. You're just a dumbass.
Yeah, so move on to the next one.
Oh, that was it.
No, there's 2 more.
Well, one didn't come up, and I had to manually search it up. What's the other one?
Well, yeah, and Japan gives the UN.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Japan is officially telling the UN to F off and leave our hobbies alone. Oh, God, the UN. Of course, the UN, every time they stick their noses in shit. According to Japanese laws and tradition, only males can ascend to that word, throne, which the UN panel claims is a form of discrimination against women. Japan has responded by filing a formal protest to the UN, canceling a planned visit to Japan by the CEDAW members scheduled for sometime this year, and now the funding withdrawal. I don't know, but it is. I'm sure it's a traditional Japanese thing, which is why I can't say
it's a flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. Chrysanthemum? Yeah, those are flowers. They call them mums because it's long to say chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't say it, so.
No.
Try.
This is your show. You have to say it.
Yeah, just
There you go.
power through it, man. You can do it. You did it.
Cassandra Throne.
Nope.
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Say it again.
Chrysanthemum.
Cassandra. No. That is a long word, and it's like
It
saying
is.
Worcestershire sauce. It's just not going to happen.
Wash your sister sauce. What the hell kind of Alabama
Yeah.
bullshit is that?
Worcestershire sauce. You know, it's that stuff you,
You mean
put in like
Worcestershire
on top
sauce?
of meat and stuff. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I give up on that word.
Yeah, I give up on that too. Screw that
Well,
word.
it's because it's like a French word. It's not French, but it's like a French word where you're only pronouncing certain of the letters, but you're not sure which ones. So I'm like, forget it.
The only thing French I know is white flag.
But yeah, I like to see it because, quite frankly, the UN needs to be pulled down every peg they can be at this point.
Yeah.
Because I swear they try to dictate things like they're somehow the arbiters of the world.
Well, that's what they think they are.
They want to be, but everybody.
They're not.
Yeah, people tell them to fuck off all the time. But, and I thought it was just funny that Japan's like, bitch, please.
Yeah, and the
We
fact that
invite
we're the
you
ones
to
who host
kindly
the UN to begin
screw
with,
off.
so.
Yeah, by the way, I heard we might be pulling out of the UN.
Yeah, you know, when I heard I heard something about Trump talking about pulling out of the UN or something, and I was like, yes, please.
Yes,
Please do,
absolutely.
because you would send the entire world into fucking chaos if the US left the UN. Everybody's going to be looking at Europe going, huh, they don't have
You
this
could just do
backing
stuff,
anymore.
huh? Yeah.
But anyway, let's just watch it all burn at this point over there.
Yeah. If the U.S. pulls out of the UN, this is what we're going to hear from Europe.
I'm in danger.
And they will be.
Yeah.
And then we might have went over this, maybe.
Well,
but
no, I mean, if we stay in NATO, they're not completely in danger. But if we were to pull out of both spots,
about that.
yeah, I know. But anyway, geopolitics aside,
Yeah.
NetEase isn't just laying off 6-person Marvel rivals. Okay, so NetEase apparently started laying people off in Western studios.
Yep.
Which was kind of a surprise because Marvel Rivals has been doing so well. But, you know, after digging into it a little bit, it kind of makes sense now because they're shifting all the development to their side of the pond because, as what was the Chinese said, that Western developers are weak in something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
creepy.
like, yes, they are.
Also,
no kidding. Thank you for noticing. We've been saying that for a hot minute now.
Also,
but
I
you're
think
still
that,
doing a good job.
Yeah, I think that people got caught with their hand in the cookie jar too much, trying to change things on the Western front.
On top of that, they had been paying certain studios to produce things, and they haven't been producing either. Which was another thing that they were wanting to pull funding from them.
Contractual violation.
Yeah, so NetEase itself was wanting to pull funding from a lot of these studios. Because I can't remember what the guy's name was, but he was like a former BioWare or something.
I remember that.
Anyway, he started his own studio and then started getting funding from NetEase to produce a thing. And then he apparently took that money and funded like 5 other little studios under him, subsidiaries. And then they started working, and then they didn't work on anything, and then they continued to fund him. And then it turns out, well, it's been 7 years, nothing has happened. And they're like, you know what? You're a waste of money now.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty much it.
A list of studios that are potentially at risk about this is Fantastic Pistol Castle, Rebel Wolves, which is the Witcher devs, by the way.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because Rebel Wolves had potential, but I think they might.
That's the one that was founded like last year.
Yeah, I think they might. They might land on their feet.
Studios that are under review and potentially at risk.
Yeah.
So if they're churning out content that looks promising, they might be able to stay. I mean, what this guy is saying is that the Western devs are turning out basically unacceptable stuff. They're saying that the devs are lazy, entitled, slow, and woke. So, if Rebel Wolves is providing the goods, I mean, they just want the end result, honestly.
Yeah.
Until, I mean, maybe they'll stay. Who knows?
But
That's it. I'm done. Sorry.
okay, yeah,
No,
but that's
that's a
pretty
good
much
context
it. So
to put it in.
hmm
I
So,
got
I
a
mean,
feeling Rebel
all
Wolves will land on their feet either way.
yeah, I mean, I hope that they do. I mean, these are former Witcher devs who I assume left the whatever that company was. I forget what it was. That's CD Project, right?
CD Project Red, yeah.
Yeah, CD Project did. So they left them and have decided that they want to try and make something good. So I do hope that they're able to pull it out. And make something. I hate it when I
that's what she
inadvertently do
said.
that and then just like kind of have that's what she said moment in my head. Like, I've been ruined by The Office. Anyway,
That's what she said.
so sad. I just I need more female friends.
The Office. It's great.
Oh my.
I'm done. That's it.
Okay. Anyway, so here's the list of studios that might have issues, which, it makes sense. I get it. The Chinese have noticed that, as Meg said, they're lazy, entitled, they don't do anything, and they're pulling funding out of everywhere. But NetEase has a lot of funding in a lot of places. Like, I think Riot gets funding from China. Blizzard got funding from China. And if they start pulling things from all these studios because they're tired of their shit,
How
we
is
can see
China
a
less woke
massive
than we are? You know how fucked up
hastening
that is?
of the restructuring of AAA gaming
That
as a
could be good.
result. And as much as I hate on China, because I hate China, in the gaming sector, they're doing way better than what we are, which
Everybody's doing better than we are.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
which sucks. But at the same time, at least I'm getting some good games now.
yeah, I mean, I
Right.
think you can philosophically hate what a country stands for and still admit that their people are turning out good quality work. Like, I don't think that those are necessarily against each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is bothersome just because of the fact that the CCP does have its tendrils and everything, and it's like you feel like you can't really participate in that market without contributing in some way to the evil that the CCP actually is. So
I think another issue is that a lot of these AAA studios are trying to keep up with the Johnsons, and they're like, oh well, this our competing studio got billions of dollars. Unless we get that kind of funding, we won't be able to compete. And I'm like, yes, you can compete. You just have to get good.
Yeah, which is something they don't have when they're hiring 50% of their staff that year.
Right. Ubisoft.
Because they've gone ahead and kicked out the other, people who knew what the fuck they were doing.
Right. Palette cleanse.
Yep, palette cleanse it, and then we can be done.
Call it a night.
It's
whoa!
10.
Look at us doing stuff on time. What?
I know,
Right.
listen,
And that was the last.
it has nothing
article.
to do with the fact that Monster Hunter released today or anything. That we're going to go and do that.
I will tell you this, y'all. I'm amazed that he's not playing Monster Hunter right now and just like, yeah, news.
Listen.
He's a
I
professional.
thought about it. I thought about it. Okay, I really did. I thought about it all damn day. Do we just play Monster Hunter and forget about tonight? Do we just call it an end? Should I do that? And then it became too late in the day. I was like, nah, I better not. But I could still.
You almost did anyway.
And then I almost did because I lost track of time, and you guys had to tell me, oh, by the way, we start in 10. It's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
it's like it's only 6
It's
PM,
only
and
6.
I'm like, it's
No, it's not.
7:50.
Oh, all right.
Zero likes this one.
Men are silly.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay, so I technically already saw this one.
You found it organically?
I found it organically. However, there was a clip in front of this one
Oh, was there?
of two of these things, and the guy had run up onto the back end of the other one and was trying to get off.
It just
So
kept.
it was rocking back and forth, and then it's cut. It was like 9 months later, and then it was this clip, and I was like, shit, that was great.
Oh, that's infinitely better.
It was. Oh.
Mm.
I found it organically, and I probably should have put it in there, and I didn't even
Yeah.
think about it because I was over on the Facebook side of things, and I don't normally put Facebook links in there. Oh, what is this?
Meg put some in the private chat there.
Well,
Oh, it was just speaking of
Oh.
things that men do that are
Oh,
specifically man things.
now I'm
Okay.
curious.
oh, okay. I had to figure out how to actually work this thing for a second because I was like, well, that looks like that's in the normal chat. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. I sent it to my husband. He said the exact same thing. He was like, "That's so cool." I'm like,
Oh,
"This is why
see,
men."
wait, I uploaded. This is in there.
This is in there. Well, it's now being watched now, guys.
All right. Yeah, this is sick. Oh, the one I saw didn't show the making of it though.
And then 3 ruffians break into your house, and you're at the top of the stairs with this cannon.
Tally ho, gentlemen!
What happens when you have too much time on your hands, folks?
Is it too much time though?
No, it is just the right amount of time.
And just as a friendly reminder to any intelligent life out there among the stars, humans can make a weapon out of literally anything. Don't test
Yeah.
us.
Oh yeah.
Don't test us.
That's why I'm so pro 2A.
You
'cause
call
ain't
that a
gonna
spoon.
stop it.
We call that a weapon.
We call that the slow cooker. Plasma build up, and then holy shit!
That was awesome.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's also why men don't live as long as women, but you know,
Oh.
that's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I thought you'd like it. Chad, you're muted.
I'm back.
Chad, you're muted.
What happened?
So yeah, Rumble Studio just had a brain fart.
I was fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened at all.
That was
but
Zio
it
basically
told me I
saying it's
had
time to sign off
reload the
because he wants to play
page.
Monster Hunter.
So I was like,
Oh,
all
so-
right then. It's like
Yeah, me and
Rumble
Zio were
Studio.
just dipping out to play Monster Hunter for half a second.
All right, so before you guys dip out,
Yeah.
go ahead and
Alright.
tell us where we'll find you next week. Or this upcoming week, this weekend. What are you doing?
Well, next week we'll be doing this once again on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Gaming with the Side of Salt. Maybe more news has happened. We actually have something interesting to talk about. As of
Anything else?
tomorrow, I've got my OBS set up so I can properly stream the Monster Hunter using Studio here.
What?
And I do believe we're going to stream some Monster Hunter. Wilds.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That sounds pretty cool. How
I
about
did
you,
it
Chad?
all on my own without Chad's help. But there was a sleep deprived Chad whispering in my ear the whole way.
Let me tell you, this was my savior this morning.
The way he was talking, and I was just like, "You haven't had your coffee yet." And it's like, "I got my energy drink." It's like, "Well, it hasn't kicked in." No.
Okay,
so
Chad, what about you?
I'll be getting hit by the monsters while he shoots them, and
Okay.
and on Tuesday we're going to be doing a birthday bash special live stream for our friend Thomas. Oops, that we thought it was this past Tuesday. My bad, Thomas.
It's on the 4th.
So we're going to be doing that. It's going to be Supermarket Together on Tuesday.
Yeah, so a while back we had a Gilded, right? When Gilded was cool. And it had its calendar functions, which Discord doesn't have.
Yep.
So Chad was like, we need to put, all these things on the calendar, blah, blah, blah. So we put our birthdays up there. Apparently, I'm the only person who copied that to my Google Calendar. So everyone's talking about Thomas's birthday is coming up tomorrow. We're going to stream, blah. I'm
Well,
like,
Thomas
isn't
said
that
he
like the
didn't say
4th?
tomorrow. I'm positive he said tomorrow, like, because
I don't even know what Thomas said. I think he said his birthday was coming up or something, and they're like, yeah, we're going to stream tomorrow. I was like, isn't it on like the 4th or something?
Well, I asked him
That's
when he
next
wanted to celebrate, and he said Tuesday, which was the next day.
So
I
that
was like,
makes sense.
So I was like, oh, hell yeah, we could do it tomorrow. It's awesome. Everybody's like in the groove to play it. And I was beating the living piss out of the elderly that were trying to steal from my store, which was hilarious. I quoted the line, I kid you not, I said, I'm about to put a menopause on your life, you old bitch. Doodle lost it. She was in tears laughing. It was the funniest. My joke wasn't even that funny. It was her reaction to it that was hilarious.
At a pause. Anything else?
Well,
Supermarket Together and Monster Hunter from you?
What?
Chad?
No, that was it. Monster Hunter.
Okay.
I
Now
got
that Meg
the
has
VR
completed
set up,
Okami.
yeah, so I've finished Okami, so I'm going to be looking for game suggestions. I don't know.
Mega Man Legends.
Huh?
Yeah, Mega Man Legends.
Final Fantasy VI. That one's a classic. Chrono Trigger, of course.
Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore.
Those, if you really feel like doing with, okay
But see,
stuff.
I still have Cat Quest 3 and I haven't played it yet.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Cat's Quest 3.
Oh,
definitely Cat Quest 3.
Yeah,
it's
Cat
an
Quest
upgrade
3.
from 2.
Really? Well, everything's
yes.
an upgrade from 2 because 2 is a downgrade from 1. Is it
Yeah,
better than 1?
it was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm the one who
kinda
somehow
boring.
wound up playing Cat's Quest 3 for 2 days straight without realizing I was playing 3, thinking I was playing 2. Because I'm like, Chad, there's actually, I don't know what Meg was talking about. There's stuff in here that kind of connects it with the previous Cat's Quest. And then it dawned on me I was playing 3.
Don't worry, y'all. Zio can count.
I can. And yeah. And then I went back to play 2. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is worse than the first one.
Yeah.
And then I stopped playing 2, and I don't think I'll complete it now because I had a taste of 3. There's no reason for me to go to 2.
Yeah, 2 is kind of like its own little thing. It's like they just forgot what their mission was, and they were like, "Hey, look, we have these animal models. Let's have them run around and hit things." And it was, there. I mean, it was fine. It just wasn't. It wasn't as good as 1.
Yeah,
it's better with a second player 24/7 while playing it.
I guess. I mean, I play most games alone because I don't have time.
Well, yeah, but it's just the way they set it up.
Yeah.
It's designed to have 2 players always playing it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, or at least that's what it feels like.
But yeah, no, so what, 3 then, Meg?
Maybe. That might be it. I have some games that are in my backlog.
Listen, you get a pirate ship. It's great.
I do love that. So I love that, but
right
I don't know
at the
if
start. So it's not like it's a spoiler or anything. And it was in the trailer, but
Okay, wait. Let me pull up my Steam thing here so you guys can help me out here. So, in my Steam library, we have. Go back to library.
Baldur's Gate 3.
No, I don't. I have Fable, like the first one, I guess.
Oh, I mean that's decent. I beat that.
Spirit of the North, which somebody else told me I should totally get.
I don't know that one.
Not familiar with it. It sounds familiar though.
He was saying that it's like Okami, but it's with a fox. And probably
that's probably not the best recommendation then, because
well, no, because it looks like it does. It's not as cartoony either. So it probably doesn't have something as obnoxious and
2019.
something trying to be as cutesy as Isun was.
All of a sudden,
And
a little guy pops out, and you're like getting PTSD flashbacks.
I would. I really would. I would have sadness. And then I
No, like
also
she's
have
absolutely right though. It looks a lot like Okami with a fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's available for like everything. PS4 and Switch.
Yeah, so I have
PS4
that.
and Switch. And I guess
And I
Steam.
also have Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. No, that was gifted to me. So I have some games that I'm already interested in playing and that I own. So
Yeah, I could see you doing Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, Echoes of
Yeah.
Wisdom would be good.
Yeah.
Cat's Quest 3, follow it by Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah.
And
And then
maybe
Final Fantasy
Prism
Tactics as a palate cleanser.
as a palate cleanser.
You know what's funny is I'm thinking like, you know what? Final Fantasy Tactics is far and away the best Final Fantasy game, but
Play the
Could-
PSP version.
could she handle the fights?
I don't know. I think she's smart. She can figure it out.
Yeah, but would she want to?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it one of these menu fighting games?
It's
No,
a
it's-
tactics.
It's tactical game, so it's basically you're on a
There's
grid.
a grid. Move around. Here, I'll
Oh.
show you. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. Throw it up. I'd love to see more. I love the music too, the fight
Oh
music.
yeah, it is.
And by far, oh my goodness, the story. Final Fantasy, there's no RPG that's done a story quite as good as Tactics. Granted, I remember you telling me what the difference was between the PSP and the PS1 version, but I honestly don't remember.
There we go. And this is a 20-hour video here.
Yeah, you might want to.
The difference is of certain things like added classes and
that intro music.
and stuff like that. This is probably going to get copyright claimed by YouTube. Just
Why don't you just turn the sound down?
I just love it.
Okay, well, I guess it's worth it.
Oh, I'm taking it. It's fine. I'll eat it.
Take the L.
I prefer Rumble anyway. But I just love this intro. Just the sound, the music. It's great.
It really is. It's a different opening than the PlayStation version.
Yeah. This is the PSP version, which is by far the superior version.
What's the
Why?
difference?
I think there's a couple of extra classes that didn't exist in the first one because it includes like the Onion Knight and the Dark Knight and something else. There was a multiplayer PvP aspect to it, which in order to actually get the Onion Knight stuff, you kind of have to participate in, but it's a PSP fucking game, so that's like not something you can do without cheat codes. At all. There is an infinite dungeon type thing, or not really an infinite dungeon, but it's like a
one of those ones where it's like 54
type thing that progressively gets harder with more rewards and stuff like that. Maybe a couple of other things that were in it. That was the differences for the most part. But,
so the story stayed pretty much the same. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't change the story or anything.
Which is, but here we go.
This is the battle sequence.
Traitorous horde.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's turn-based tactics.
The fact that they don't tilt the camera irks me.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like the first thing I do is tilt that camera up.
Right?
Every time. But yeah, you can move the camera around to 4 points so you can actually see everything You can
Yeah,
tilt
you
it
can
up and down to get a higher,
a
visual,
better perspective than
better
the.
perspective.
Oh, that's gonna be a 2-shot.
Shockwave. Doo-doosh.
That's monk class, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you can actually knock your own teammates out of charm by slapping them.
Let's see. But yeah, you gather units. There's special units and stuff that you can obtain, like guest units and other things as well, like this guy here. You can eventually, use certain things to capture monsters, and then they'll produce eggs. So you can have a monster army, or you can go to a recruiter and recruit new recruits at level
Or you
1
can
and then
do
name
neither.
them so you can have Chad on your party and fight, evils with Chad.
Or you can do neither because this game is evil and makes you feel bad about.
Yeah. And one of the other mechanics is, it also, if your units die in battle, you have a timer over their head to revive them or end the battle. Because if you don't, then they perma-die.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Azio, you want to deal with that real quick?
I can't. It's over on Twitch, and I don't know how. So, yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah, Twitch is weird when it comes to trying to block. I was trying to block somebody else because they did the same thing, and I was like, why does this not give me a block option? And
No control for
apparently, I
you.
guess you have to download a something to get
Oh, you
better
have to
chat
download Nitro?
controls
Sorry.
or something with Twitch. I don't quite understand
You
it.
can't ban them?
Yeah, I can't go over here and ban him. I don't know how.
Huh.
All right, incendiary. You
Oh, well, I guess I
hijacker.
can block them. Does that get rid of
I
it?
guess you live for today.
I don't
That's
think
lame.
it gets rid of it. I think you have to manually delete it and ban them.
Let's see.
Anyway, guys, so Zio and Chad will be playing Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter. What is it, Wilds? That's coming out. That's out right now, and that
there
we're
we
keeping
go.
them from. And
Figured out how it works now.
and on Tuesday, Chad
It
will
just
be
won't
playing-
show up on our end, but over there the message is deleted and blocked.
Congratulations. And Chad will be playing on Tuesday, and on Tuesday at what time, Chad?
Probably around 5-ish, 5 or 6.
5 p.m. Eastern time. And I will be playing something. And I will be playing it badly, no matter what it is. So if nothing else, mediocrity will happen on Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And until then, I guess we are the Glass crew signing off, I guess, yeah?
Is that what we're doing? Oh yeah, Monster Hunter awaits. It's like 19 minutes past Monster Hunter time.
You're
guys.
the one that went off
sorry.
on Final Fantasy Tactics. That's your
You were
fault.
helping
It's her
me.
fault. It's her fault.
Bye, guys.
Adios.